Romeo and Juliet, Act 3, Scene 3 summary. All right, so this scene, we're in Friar Lawrence's cell, and honestly, like, so he's a priest. This would be like his office. So think about this as his office, and Romeo is there, and he's telling Friar Lawrence, and Romeo is crying so bad, y'all. Like, it's terrible. He will not pick himself up off the floor. He's like, I'm banished, I'm banished. And then he says to Friar Lawrence that he might as well kill him. Like, Friar Lawrence, please just kill me, because if I can't be with Juliet, then I have no reason to live. And Friar Lawrence is like, dude, you have lost your mind. And then here comes Nurse, and a knock at the door, and it's Nurse. And Nurse says, let me in. I come with a message from Lady Juliet, and she gives Romeo the ring that Juliet said to take. So here's this ring. Juliet wants you to know that she's not mad. She loves you. She wants to see you tonight and bid her last farewell to you. And Romeo keeps crying and crying because he's like, oh, farewell. I'm going to have to say bye, blah, 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 blah. And Romeo is like, well, how is Juliet? And the Nurse is like, well, she doesn't say much. She just cries and cries and cries. And Romeo says, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that all this is happening. And he offers to actually stab himself in front of the Nurse and Friar Lawrence, but they take the knife away from him. And so, y'all, this is like super melodramatic, the fact that Romeo just wants to stab himself because he can't have Juliet's love. But if they stop him and they take the dagger away. And so they're like, you know what, we have to have a plan. And Friar Lawrence, y'all, comes up with a plan. And it's a really long monologue, and it starts at line 108. And so let's try to figure out what the plan is. I'm not going to read the whole monologue to you. I'm just going to figure out what the plan is for you. And so he says, basically, you're going to have to suck it up and go with my plan. And so the plan is that, you know, what I want you to do is I want to go to Juliet's room, take thee at thy love as thy was decreed, go to her room, ascend her chamber, hence and comfort her, so rope ladder and chill. But look, thou stay not till the watch be set, for then thou canst not pass to Mantua, where thou shalt live till we can find a time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon of the prince, and call thee back with 20,000 times more joy than thou wentst forth in lamentation. Go before Nurse, commend me to thy lady, and bid her hasten all to the house to bed, which heavy sorrow makes them apt unto. Romeo is coming. And so what's the plan? He says, Romeo, you're going to go to Juliet's room. You're going to spend the night with her. Make sure that you go before the watchman. You don't want to get caught. And you're going to spend the night, and then you're going to leave early in the morning, and then you're going to escape to Mantua. Like, Mantua would have been, Mantua, Mantua, would have been the county next door. So Romeo's plan is to go to Mantua and wait for Juliet, and Friar Lawrence to give them word, because what Friar Lawrence and Juliet plan to do is to tell everybody what's going on. He says, to blaze your marriage. We're going to publicly announce your marriage, reconcile your friends. We're going to make sure your friends are making peace, and then we're going to beg forgiveness from the prince. And that's the plan. So Romeo, you go hide out in Mantua until you hear from me and Juliet, and we're going to go fix everything. And that's the plan. Sounds like a pretty sound plan, right? And so we end that scene with Romeo agreeing to that, and then we pick up in scene 4 in the Capulet's house to figure out what's going on.